I do think that one of the main struggles or challenges for people that are in business and, newer to business, meaning like you're in your first 5 years of business, right? So that can be anywhere from like the the inception of the idea, just launching your business, just getting it off the ground for the first time, or you are in a place where you're working with a few people and you're not even sure if it really classifies as being a full business yet, right? And where do I go from here? Like, how do I make this successful and sustainable? If people, first of all, don't know you exist, then regardless of how good your business is, it will not be successful. If people do find out that it exists and you do not know how to have a conversation with them to offer them what it is that you do, then you will not be very successful in business because the clients won't know how to work with you. So there's a lot of different parts to that though. So it's first of all being able to present your offer in such a way that it is clearly explained to the person, and also that they can see themselves, going through whatever this offer is or purchasing this, or they can see themselves using this, like whatever it is that you're offering, right? So you have to figure out a way to clearly present that to them, so that they can make it an automatic yes in their mind. And if we don't know how to have that conversation, then, we're kind of setting ourselves up for failure before we even get started. So a lot of people also do know how to have that conversation because they believe so much in what they do. So this is a lot of people that I work with are in this category. So they have an amazing thing, and maybe some people know what they do, but not as many as they would like. Okay. And then they know how to have the conversation with those some people that know about their business, and they believe so deeply in what they do that they absolutely know how to articulate it, and they can absolutely present what it is that they're offering. But then they get to the money conversation and they don't know how to talk about money, or they just feel uncomfortable talking about it. They're not sure how to present it, or they don't present what they're worth, or they almost give a discount before they even get started, right? Like, so how many times have you on paper, been like, I'm going to, like, this is what it's worth. This is what my value is. This is what the program is worth. In fact, it's worth more than that, but I'm willing to do it for this price. And then you get on the phone with someone and you're like scared to say the number, right? You're scared to even bring it up. You're scared to even have that conversation. And if you do bring it up, sometimes we find ourselves going, well, this is the price, but, and then you immediately discount it before you even get their response. One of the fun things I like to say is like, how much would you value this at? Like, after I just shared everything that we're going to do and all the results you're going to get, and, all the different ways that this is going to elevate your life, what would you value this at, right? Like, so if in a year from now, like, your business increased by 50%, if in a year from now you doubled your income, if in a year from now there were 1,000 people that knew your name and you were a household name to 1,000 more people than you are today, right? If in a year from now, like, you can look at your bank account, right, and have met your savings goal, your financial goal, your investment goal. If in a year from now you had all of those things, or you had achieved that goal, what would that be worth to you? Like, if you actually had to put a number on it. And I guarantee you, like, when you play that game, that the number is higher, what they'd be willing to invest, than what it is that you're even offering. But what we do is we say, right, but it's this, but I'll give it to you for this, or but today it's a 25% discount, or today, but you know what I mean? You can pay half, or whatever it is. And we kind of set ourselves up before we even, for failure before we even get started. So it's really important to, first of all, we want people to know who you are. We need to make sure that people know who you are, what you do, how you can shift and change them, how what you do is going to change and impact their life in the most positive way. And in addition to that, once they know who you are, we have to be able to have that conversation with them and present what it is that we do in a way that they understand. And once we are able to have that conversation and present it to them in a way that they feel aligned with, then the last piece of that is being able to have that comfortable conversation around money because we get to have an even energetic exchange, right? Meaning that people get to pay us and we get to deliver value and we get to have that even energetic exchange that feels really good on both parts. And this is really where the magic happens. So when we can understand those three really critical elements, this is when business really does begin to elevate.